Hello guys, NautoAisDx here. It's going to be a quick vlog on the recent event just happened from Capcom and it has something to do with Street Fighter 5. Shaking my head. Shaking my head right now. Alright, so what is it all about? Well, Capcom made an announcement that after the top 8 tournament at Combo Breaker, they're going to announce something. And the announcement is that the Capcom gave the organizer from Combo Breaker a trailer for, well, the next character DLC, Ibuki. So if you notice, wait, May 29th, then there's 30 and the 31st. So should Ibuki be out either Memorial Day or the day after that? What's going on? And as of May 31st, on via Twitter, Street Fighter 5 basically confirmed, a real cop-out confirmed, that Ibuki will be delayed until the end of June. So in other words, there's no update for Street Fighter 5 in the month of May. Ibuki, the DLC, was supposed to be in May. Now basically it's going to be on June, along with the story mode by the end of June. I don't really care about Ibuki that much. The design is interesting, but it's the principle that why this is, you want to be concerned about this. And basically overall, Capcom lied. That's basically it. Capcom lied. So you say, whoa, what? They're liars? So to me, by basically not announcing on time that Ibuki is going to be delayed, you're doing a cop out because, oh, the last day and we can't bring her out on the May 31st. Oh, it'll be delayed until the end of June. That's a cop out. That's a cop out. And Capcom, you just lied to your super fan. You lied to your Street Fighter fan. You lied to the FGC. That's strike one. That is strike one from you for 2016. So why is that a strike? Why is that bad? Well, in the past, Capcom has known for lying to their consumer again and again and again and again and again. Plus, of course, there's other shady things they do, such as in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, disc lock content, which is basically all the characters are inside the disc, and in order to pay, you have to pay a key. Nobody likes that. So basically, that most of the memory is already in the disc rather than an additional add-on. That's not cool. And the other one is basically they're known for lying. So basically, the original plan for Street Fighter 5 was that every month, except for June, will be one character. So there'll be a total of 6. So, end of March was Alex, end of April was Guile, and supposedly in the end of May was Ibuki. I thought it was Balrog because of the announcement, but apparently the reason why Ibuki is from us, there was a description from my Street Pass, it said Ibuki then Balrog. So basically, instead of having a DLC character on May, you got nothing on May until end of June. I mean, yeah, you get not only the DLC character, but the story mode. But again, that's sort of you basically you modified your plan too late. I mean, for like the last second, like procrastinating. So shame on you, Capcom, for even doing that. That's not that is not acceptable. So that's what they're known for lying. They have done this in the past, such as one is Resident Evil 4 for the GameCube. Capcom time again said that Resident Evil 4 is going to be on the GameCube. I may not agree with it, but they basically stated Shinji Mikami even made an awkward comment saying that if Resident Evil 4 goes multi-platform, I'll cut my head. Spoiler, he didn't, but it basically mean he'll quit the company. Thus, he did quit the company. He left the company because, well, he couldn't trust the company. That's why he left. So, that's a different story, but that's the reason why he left Capcom. They couldn't trust him because there was already being rumbling that they want Resident Evil 4 to go also to the PS2 because that's the most sold console. They did it against Shinji Mikami's wishes. So, that's already a lie there. Another lie was this lock content. After the fiasco of Street Fighter Cross Tekken, they kind of did a dislike content for Resident Evil 6, but then they're trying to save face by saying, "Oh wait, don't worry about it. The content is free, whatever, fine." But still, you are lying. You're saying, "Oh, we're not doing this anymore yet." You're doing it. You're really doing it. Ay, ay, ay. So that's when they're known for lying. There's been a lot of talks, like a lot of people keep talking. Oh, you know what? We can guarantee this. Oh, Street Fighter 5 will go to Xbox One. Oh, I can guarantee that Street Fighter will have a super version. And again, the reason why they think like that is, even so, the time we're talking, they did say it, like, oh, it's going to be PS4 exclusive, and the only game that you're going to need is the base game, because Capcom was known for lying. That's what it is. They're known for lying. So are they telling the truth? Are they going to stick with the gun? Or are they going to lie because the situation changed? Well, all suddenly now, February 2017, there's Street Fighter 5 expansion, whatever. I mean, even so, maybe there'll be a free add-on. Well, it'll be a different story. But if you're required to buy the expansion to keep to have the game, up to date, then yeah, that's bad. But some people might say that, and some people might even say, "Well, kind of making a PS4 exclusive kind of stupid. We gotta sell this to the Xbox One." Da 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 da. Even so, that Sony did pay for the development, but again, look at Ninja Gaiden 3: Razor's Edge. Nintendo published the one from Nintendo. The one for the PS3 360 was Tecmo Koei. Kind of douchey move. There you go. So the same deal, that it is a possibility. And like I said, Capcom was known for lying. So so anyway, yeah, it's a real shame for Capcom. Capcom, shame on you. You should have said this like even before, after Combo Breaker, or heck, you should even just said even before Combo Breaker that it was going to be delayed. That's really, really embarrassing on your part. Anyway, thanks for listening. Hello, guys, NautoAisDx here. And this is going to be a follow-up on my Ibuki delayed video. Also, it's going to be interesting enough response to Miles923, aka Maximilian Dude, and the cast of Ultra Chen TV. And why am I even doing a response? Because I did listen to them. They gave their thoughts about the situation, why Ibuki is delayed, and I still think that Capcom was a liar. That's strike one. And again, like I said in my previous video, I explained the history why you gotta take a note when Capcom start lying, because like I said, they've done it in the past. What's stopping them this time? So, but there's a lot of interesting that happened that I guess I should may probably take notes about it. Okay, first of all, delay. Everybody always knows this is the famous quote from Shigeru Miyamoto, that a delay on a game can be good, a bad game will always be a bad game. So basically what it means is, if you give developers enough time to fully develop the game, make it functional, make it complete, and if you need those extra months, then go for it. They'd rather have a game delay if it means it makes it good. Again, the other side of the penny for that one is, delaying a game may be good, but don't abuse it. Look at what happened with Duke Nukem, the new one. It took him 10 years just to make it work, and people wasn't happy. Another common one was, I hate to say this, but Mighty Number 9. The game was always been delayed and delayed and delayed, and as of right now, people are not happy, and that's a Kickstarter, which is a really, really red flag. There you go. That's when the delay is bad overall, because you're abusing it. You're not using the time that you have for the delay, and they still feel the game is incomplete. Like I said, a delay can be good. A bad game will always be a bad game. But sometimes a good game can always be bad, because we didn't try to delay and it still didn't work. I mean, delay. I mean, remember, another one I can think of that was delay in the PS2 era was SNK Playmore. Now they're SNK, but before that, in the PS2 era, they were called SNK Playmore, and especially when they're trying to bring their games in the US, They would constantly games being delayed and delayed because there have been problems to a point that they were being called SNK delay more because for every game they're trying to release, oh, there's a delay, there's a delay. Again, it is understandable when you need more time, but you have to be transparent about it and you have to be upfront and say, oh yeah, we think Ibuki is not going to be ready by the end of May. We need more time, so she'll be released on the end of June. So here's the part that why my thoughts on what Miles 93 said and the cast of Ultra Chen. They said that probably the reason when they needed to delay Ibuki, they probably need more time to make her complete. Maybe that's a possibility. I mean, again, like I said, I'm not an FGC. I'm not I'm not an expert on fighting game, so I can't tell whether the character is complete or not. To somebody who probably played Street Fighter in their entire life, they probably can tell, hey, maybe this character's not complete. Maybe they need some fixing. Who knows? And that I can sort of understand. If you need more time to develop the certain character, so this character would be balanced. It won't be OP or heck, it won't mess up your game. By all means, take the delay. I mean, people thought, oh, it will be Balrog because of what the announcement was in order because Alex, Guile, and the third one, like Ono said in PlayStation Experience, Balrog, and people, oh, maybe Balrog. Maybe it could be Balrog. And like James Chen basically said that they probably delayed it because they think, well, maybe Balrog's not ready yet. Ibuki's more ready. Let's just bring her out more. But we need June. And of course, Balrog's going to be the end of July. Again, that's understandable. Delaying the character to make it fully played. Again, I can understand. It's just disappointing that Capcom wasn't upfront saying, oh yeah, the game's going to be, or the character's going to be delayed. Again, it's kind of like they didn't learn something from their past. Another one that finally Capcom, like, no, duh, yeah, is there was a Q&A investor meeting and they said their new approach for game is that if we need to delay a game to make it complete, so be it. Yeah, excuse me, no, duh. That's why Nintendo always delayed their game because they wanted to be complete. They want to feel that the game for $60 is a complete game. There you go. And the problem with Capcom, they've done this in the past multiple times, is they try to release a blockbuster game like almost at the end of the fiscal year. Hopefully they'll make that money by the fiscal year, like their trump card. They did it with Street Fighter 4, kind of worked. They didn't do it with Super Street Fighter 4 tops. That's awesome. They didn't, so it was at May, but this one is at February. They did it with Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the vanilla version. And then, jerking off by November, 9 months later, you have the expansion, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And you can't even do a download version, so you just screwed a lot of people who bought it for $60. Again, not cool. People were pissed. That's why it didn't sell. You're sending a non-new game. But the point is, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 should have been released either May or, heck, even November if you're going to even do an ultimate version anyway. I mean, if you've done DLC, it makes more sense. But unfortunately, no, they want to do it by the end of the fiscal year so they can make the money. And it always, well, Street Fighter 4 did sell the vanilla one. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, yeah, I think it did. Street Fighter Cross Tekken, not so much, same deal. Again, if you see the pattern, February, so they can hope they can get the sale by the end of the fiscal year. And once again, they did it with Street Fighter 5, which only sold 1.4 million. They wanted to be 2 million. Did it because the game was incomplete. I'm sorry, the game was incomplete. The lack of single player, shoddy online. The character-wise, say, whatever, it wasn't really a lot. You gotta give that time, but to some extent, it was an incomplete game, and so some people said, forget it, I'm not going to buy this game, because again, they're trying to finish the game by the fiscal year. That doesn't always work anymore. That's what finally, at least, they're saying, hey, we're gonna change our way. If we need to delay a game to make it better, hey, I'm all for that. Again, delay is not that bad if a lot of games. If that's but unless that's the game that you really want, no matter what, then I don't know what to say, and I feel for you. I feel for you. But there are a lot of games. I mean, whether PS4, well, for this one, technically PS4, there are a lot of fighting games, like Miles basically said. There are other games. There are free-to-play games. There are cheap games. There's a lot of games. So you don't always have to be, gotta be my Street Fighter. And as for the season pass, yeah, I mean, is it a rip-off right now? Well, how season pass work is you buy all the DLC with a discounted price. That's basically it. The very advantage of getting a season pass when it first launched is I don't know in the case with Street Fighter 5, but with the case with Mortal Kombat 9, 10, heck, even Injustice, is if you buy the season pass, you get to access the character a week later than it comes out at the DLC on the online store. So that's the advantage. But the big advantage of a season pass is that if you want all the DLC, they'll give you a discount for it. I mean, Nintendo's doing it. They're giving even a 1-up for it. Not only you get like all the download in a good discount price, you save like $5 at least. You get a free costume, like for Hyrule Warrior in the Wii U, Shadow Link in the 3DS, Ganondorf from Wind Waker. I know not so much with Fire Emblem Fates. Don't know, but same goes with Season Pass. If we bought the Mario Golf for the 3DS. The Season Pass, I think it's $14 or $15. You get Gold Mario for free. Again, there you go. So that's the whole main point of Season Pass. It's not really about, I mean, the advantage of getting it as soon as possible is you get the character access as soon as maybe a week early. I don't know if Street Fighter is doing it, but to some extent it's to save money and to some extent to get something free because, you bought all the DLC. Not only you save money, you get something else for free that's only exclusive for the Season Pass. So yeah, like what Miles said and what the Cat of Ultra TV basically said, yeah, I do agree. Probably they needed more time to fix the characters. Maybe they weren't happy with it. Maybe there were some problems coming down the line. Yeah, so, I mean, we're not going to know. Maybe they'll explain it, hopefully, at some point. But the most logic, like they said, was they probably needed more time to develop all these characters. They needed more time. So there you go. Yeah, that's my follow up on it. Like I said, a delay can be good for a game, but if the direction is already bad, or it's not really working even with delay, you gotta be careful with that. Then yeah, delay is bad. I mean, it's subjective. It's up to you. Well, thanks for listening.